Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into the world of Ethereum.
Ooh, Ethereum.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
We're going to explore how this revolutionary technology came to be and what it could mean for the future.
The future with Ethereum, yeah.
Our guide for this deep dive is Camilo Russo's book,
Okay.
The Infinite Machine. Now, you might be thinking another crypto story,
Yeah.
but trust me, this one's different.
This one is different, yeah.
It really is
No, this
a
is-
fascinating journey.
What's so fascinating about Ethereum is that it goes beyond just being a cryptocurrency. It's a platform, a foundation for a whole new kind of internet.
Yeah.
But to understand where it's going, we need to go back to its roots.
Okay, so let's rewind the clock.
Okay.
The book starts with Camilo Russo's own experience during Argentina's financial crisis back in 2001.
Oh, wow.
Imagine having your savings trapped, withdrawals limited to just $250 a week.
Wow.
That's the reality she faced as a Bloomberg journalist in Argentina.
That's intense.
It was a crazy time.
Yeah. It's this experience that led Russo to Bitcoin. Think about it. A decentralized system where no government or bank can control your money.
Right.
That's powerful, especially in a time of crisis.
Yeah.
And this idea, this yearning for financial freedom,
Okay.
is deeply intertwined with the early cypherpunk movement
Right.
that really laid the groundwork for cryptocurrencies.
Right. The cypherpunks.
Yeah.
They were way ahead of their time.
They were.
Using cryptography to fight for privacy and freedom from centralized control.
Exactly.
And that same spirit, that desire for a more decentralized world,
Yeah,
is at the heart of Ethereum.
exactly. And that brings us to Vitalik Buterin,
Okay.
the brilliant mind behind Ethereum.
Yeah.
He wasn't just some Wall Street guy.
No.
He was a programming prodigy fascinated by, wait for it, World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, seriously.
A change to the game sparked his interest in decentralized systems, and that led him down the rabbit hole of Bitcoin.
So he goes from slaying virtual dragons to writing for Bitcoin Weekly and then co-founding Bitcoin Magazine.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Crazy, right?
But what was it about Bitcoin that made him think, we can do better than this?
Well, Vitalik saw the limitations of Bitcoin.
Okay.
It was great for transferring value, but he envisioned something much bigger. He wanted to create a platform where you could build any kind of decentralized application, and that's how Ethereum was born.
Okay, so we got the vision.
Yeah.
But how do you go from an idea to a groundbreaking technology? Building a world computer, as he called it, sounds like a pretty ambitious goal.
It was, and he didn't do it alone.
Right.
He brought together this incredible team of developers, each with their own unique skills and motivations.
Mihai Alisi,
Yes.
his co-founder on Bitcoin Magazine,
Uh-huh.
they were literally publishing the first print magazine about Bitcoin.
The first, can you imagine?
Talk about being early adopters.
Wow.
And then there was Anthony D'Orio, who brought his business savvy to the table. Charles Hoskinson, with his background in cryptography, added another layer of expertise.
That's right.
And let's not forget Amir Taki, the anarchist developer, who really embodied that cypherpunk spirit.
Definitely, yeah.
It sounded like a recipe for both brilliance and chaos. I can only imagine the challenges they faced. Finding a place to work, navigating the legal complexities of launching a cryptocurrency project, and probably a few heated debates along the way.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Building something truly innovative is rarely a smooth ride.
Right.
But they persevered. And in 2015, Ethereum was launched.
Okay, so Ethereum is live.
It's alive.
But what makes it so different from Bitcoin?
Wow.
I keep hearing about these things called smart contracts.
Yeah.
What are they and why are they such a big deal?
Think of smart contracts as self-executing agreements.
Okay.
Imagine buying a house. Instead of lawyers and escrow agents, a smart contract automatically handles the funds, property transfer, and all the legalities. That's the power we're talking about.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's all powered by lines of code on this decentralized network.
Exactly.
So anyone can create and deploy a smart contract.
Exactly. And that's what opens up a world of possibilities.
Yeah.
We're talking decentralized marketplaces, self-governing organizations, and applications we haven't even imagined yet.
Wow.
Ethereum is a platform for anyone to build on to create new systems and disrupt traditional industries.
So from a financial crisis in Argentina to the world of online gaming and ultimately the birth of Ethereum. It's incredible how seemingly unrelated events can lead to such revolutionary technology.
It is. It is.
But I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the story, right?
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
In the next part, we'll dive into how this world computer started to take shape and explore some of the most exciting developments that are unfolding on Ethereum right now.
Can't wait. So we've laid the groundwork, the vision for a world computer powered by Ethereum. But how did this vision actually start to materialize? What happened after Ethereum launched in 2015?
Well, initially the focus was on building the core infrastructure, making sure the network was secure, reliable, and ready to support all these amazing applications that people were dreaming up.
It sounds like a lot of behind-the-scenes work laying the foundation for a decentralized future. But were there any early applications that gave us a glimpse of what Ethereum could do?
Absolutely. One of the first dApps to gain traction was Augur,
Augur.
a decentralized prediction market platform.
Okay.
It allowed users to bet on the outcome of events like elections or sports games without relying on those traditional bookmakers.
Interesting.
It was a fascinating example of how Ethereum could disrupt entire industries.
Prediction markets are interesting. It's like tapping into the collective wisdom of the crowd.
Right.
But were there other dApps that were catching people's attention around this time?
Another notable project was MakerDO. Now, you know how volatile cryptocurrencies can be, right?
Oh, yeah. MakerDO wanted to create a stable cryptocurrency called DAI, which would be pegged to the US dollar. It was an early attempt to solve the volatility problem and make crypto more usable for everyday transactions.
So DAI was designed to be a more stable store of value within the Ethereum ecosystem, which makes sense. But you can't talk about the early days of Ethereum without mentioning the ICO craze.
Yeah.
It exploded in popularity around 2017. What role did ICOs play in Ethereum's growth?
ICOs, or initial coin offerings, became a major funding mechanism for blockchain projects. And guess what?
What?
Most of them were built on Ethereum. It was like the Wild West of fundraising, with millions of dollars pouring into projects with just a white paper and a dream.
Wow.
Some people made a fortune, but many others lost big when the bubble burst.
The ICO craze sounds exciting, but was it just a bubble waiting to burst? What were the real long-term benefits for Ethereum, if any? Well, it was definitely a roller coaster ride. The ICO boom brought a lot of attention and capital into the Ethereum ecosystem, which definitely accelerated development and innovation, but it also created a lot of hype and unrealistic expectations.
Right.
When the market crashed in 2018, the price of Ether plummeted, and a lot of those ICO projects disappeared.
It must have been a tough time for the Ethereum community. How did they respond to the crash? Did they just give up?
Not at all. They doubled down on building. The core developers continued working on improving the Ethereum protocol, tackling those scaling challenges, and laying the groundwork for a more sustainable future. They knew this technology had the potential to change the world, and they weren't going to let a market crash stop them.
That's impressive. It shows real dedication to the long-term vision.
But the ICO crash wasn't the only challenge Ethereum faced. There was also the debate around energy consumption. Wasn't proof of work, the consensus mechanism used by Ethereum and Bitcoin, coming under fire for its environmental impact? Absolutely. As Ethereum gained popularity, so did concerns about its energy footprint. Mining Ether required a lot of computational power, which meant a lot of electricity usage.
Right.
This sparked a big debate about the sustainability of proof of work. People started asking, is this really the future we want?
So how did the Ethereum community address this issue? Were there any alternative solutions on the horizon?
Well, Vitalik Buterin, always the visionary, had been advocating for a transition to proof of stake for years.
Proof of stake.
It's a different consensus mechanism that doesn't rely on energy-intensive mining. Instead, it uses a system where validators stake their Ether to secure the network.
You're going to have to break this down for me. How does staking work, and why is it more energy efficient?
Think of it like voting.
Okay.
You put up some of your Ether as a vote of confidence in the network.
Yeah.
The more you stake, the more influence you have. And the system doesn't require those massive energy-guzzling mining rigs.
Right.
It's a much more sustainable approach.
Proof of stake sounds like a more environmentally friendly approach. But how did they go about implementing such a major change? Switching an entire network's consensus mechanism must have been incredibly complex.
It was a multi-year effort involving tons of research development and testing. They had to ensure that the transition wouldn't compromise the security or decentralization of the Ethereum network.
Right.
It was a huge undertaking.
So what was the timeline for this transition? When did Ethereum finally make the switch to proof of stake?
The first phase of the transition, known as the merge, happened in September 2022.
Wow.
It was a historic moment for Ethereum, significantly reducing its energy consumption and opening up new possibilities for scaling.
That's incredible.
Mm.
Ethereum is now running on proof of stake.
Yeah.
What are the implications of this shift for the future of the platform?
For starters, it addressed those environmental concerns, making Ethereum much more sustainable.
Yeah.
But it also enabled new scaling techniques like sharding,
Sharding?
which can dramatically increase the network's transaction capacity. This is crucial for wider adoption because it means Ethereum can handle more users and transactions without getting bogged down.
Okay, so Ethereum is evolving, becoming more efficient and scalable. But what about those applications being built on top of it? How has the dApp landscape changed since the early days of Augur and Maker DAO?
Oh, the dApp ecosystem has exploded. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, has become a major force.
DeFi.
We're talking platforms offering lending, borrowing, trading, and other financial services, but without those traditional intermediaries like banks.
DeFi is definitely a hot topic these days. It's like recreating the entire financial system on the blockchain.
Yeah.
You might be wondering how this affects you. Well, DeFi is already offering better interest rates than traditional banks. Imagine managing your finances completely outside the current system.
Exactly. And it's not just about finance. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, have taken the world by storm.
NFTs, yeah.
They represent ownership of unique digital assets like artwork, music, and collectibles. Ethereum's smart contract functionality makes it the perfect platform for creating and trading NFTs.
NFTs are mind-blowing. They're changing how we think about ownership and value in the digital world. It's like owning a piece of digital history, and it's all tracked and verified on the blockchain.
And let's not forget about those DAOs, those decentralized autonomous organizations we talked about earlier. They're gaining momentum, being used to govern everything from investment funds to online communities.
So instead of a traditional company structure, you have a DAO where the rules are encoded in smart contracts and everyone has a say in how it's run.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly empowering.
It is. DAOs offer a new way to organize and collaborate without those traditional hierarchies or intermediaries.
It's like Ethereum is becoming the foundation for a truly decentralized future. But with all this innovation comes complexity. How can everyday people keep up with the ever-evolving world of Ethereum?
That's where user-friendly interfaces come in. Wallets like MetaMask and MyEtherWallet have made it easier for people to interact with Ethereum and dApps. They're kind of like web browsers for the decentralized internet.
So we've covered a lot of ground, from the early days of Bitcoin and the cypherpunk movement to the rise of Ethereum and the explosion of dApps. It's clear that Ethereum is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology, but what are some key takeaways for our listeners? What should they be paying attention to as Ethereum continues to evolve?
Well, scalability is still a major focus. Even with the move to proof of stake, Ethereum needs to keep pushing the boundaries of transaction capacity to support wider adoption, Layer 2 solutions.
Layer 2 solutions.
Think of them like highways built on top of the existing Ethereum network. And other scaling innovations are crucial for Ethereum's long-term success.
So making sure the network can handle all this growth and innovation.
Yeah.
What about security? As Ethereum becomes more valuable and widely used, doesn't it become a bigger target for hackers?
Absolutely. Security is paramount in this space. Ethereum developers are constantly working to identify and address vulnerabilities in the code.
Right.
And the community plays a vital role, too, auditing smart contracts and raising awareness of potential risks. It's a collaborative effort to keep the network secure.
It sounds like a constant arms race with the good guys trying to stay one step ahead of the bad guys.
Wow.
But what about the role of governments and regulators? How are they responding to the rise of Ethereum and decentralized technologies?
That's a big question. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to approach cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Some see it as an opportunity, while others view it as a threat. Regulation is evolving, and its impact on Ethereum's future is still uncertain.
It's a bit of a wild west out there. But it sounds like Ethereum is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology. It's creating new opportunities for innovation, economic empowerment, and even social change.
And that's what makes it so exciting. Ethereum is more than just a platform. It's a movement. It's a community of builders, dreamers, and disruptors who are shaping the future of the internet.
That brings us to a really thought-provoking question. What are the implications of a truly decentralized internet? What will it mean for businesses, governments, and for individuals like you?
Ethereum challenges us to rethink traditional power structures and explore new ways of organizing ourselves. It raises profound questions about the future of society and the role of technology in our lives. It's a future where individuals have more control over their data, their finances, and their digital lives.
Wow, that's a lot to ponder. It sounds like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with Ethereum.
As we wrap up our deep dive into this world, I encourage you to keep exploring. This technology is constantly evolving, and its impact on the world is only beginning to be felt. Who knows what incredible innovations and transformations lie ahead? Thanks for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of Ethereum.